Oh no. Oh no.
Hooray! So this course really filled my knowledge gaps and I became more confident.
After watching some of the videos on the course, I felt really comfortable with the extra knowledge.
Before I passed my driving test, I was really nervous. It really helped me have more confidence, and I would take what I learned during the course into my lessons and really aid that.
The videos obviously help you because you're going into that lesson knowing exactly what you're going to do, and just having that knowledge just makes that lesson faster and you feel a lot better.
38 easy to understand, precise videos covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. These are not just theory based, they are practical videos demonstrating everything from moving off and stopping a vehicle to all of the maneuvers and every other module required. So if you're lacking knowledge, or maybe your instructor has forgotten to cover something, or you're just not grasping a certain topic, then this course has it covered. You can watch the videos before your driving lessons, which means you'll get into the car knowing exactly what to do. This will definitely save you time on your lessons.
Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we have another driving lesson with Brandon. Well, today is his second mock driving test. So we had his first one a week or two ago now, and yeah, failed that with 5 serious faults. He wasn't doing too bad, but then all the faults came quite close together. Yeah. Okay. And most of the faults could have easily been avoidable. If you haven't seen his previous mock test, there's a link in the top right corner. You can watch that. So today, hopefully, I'll do a little bit better. Our aim was to do less serious driving faults today. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So less than 5. But guys, the route that I've got planned today isn't the easiest. In my opinion, for Wolverhampton, I think it's one of the most difficult routes. Yeah. So yeah, also you'd rather do it now and go through it than just get it on your test. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. We've been through the show me tell me questions. Yeah. So
last video.
Yeah. If I start off with a tell me question, so Brandon, could you tell me how you would know if there's a problem with your anti-lock braking system?
You'd get a little a little icon come up on your dashboard with the initials ABS.
Good. Yeah, that's it. So the show me question, I'll ask you on the move. If I don't say anything, just follow the road ahead. You're going to start off by following the sat nav. Yeah. Normally it's for around 20 minutes on the test, but we're going to be following for slightly longer. And any of the faults I won't talk about during the test. We'll talk about it at the end. Yeah. But guys, for you guys watching, like always, the faults will be displayed before they happen. Yeah. Any serious driving faults in red text, any normal driving faults in amber text, and any good points in green text. Any questions before we start?
No, but I've noticed you've got your little book again.
Oh, see, I need that book. Like I said, it's not just for your bad points, for your good points as well. Yeah. So whenever you're ready, Brent, if you could move off, please. Okay, let me just.
And you say this is the hardest?
I want to say it's hard. It's probably one of the most hardest. Yeah, it's got a few like tricky parts where a lot of people do tend to mess up. Yeah, but if you stay focused and plan ahead, do what you works for you. You know how you talk yourself through stuff. Yeah, and stay focused. Like I said, if you'd done that, yeah, last lesson I looked out for signs and that as well, you'd have saved a lot of those mistakes. Yeah. When moving off, Brandon forgets to put the car in gear. It's a nice start.
At the end of the road, turn right.
He approaches this turn well and carries out good observations before emerging out.
Turn right.
Brandon, if you could park up anywhere safe on the left, please. Brandon signals left just before the junction to our left. He should have waited. He parks up opposite the van, and this narrows the gap in the road for other vehicles. And move off when you're ready, please. He moves off well with good observations. When turning left, Brandon doesn't follow the curb and positions slightly wide. Coming up now is Brandon's first serious driving fault. Now the sat-nav instructs to keep right. If we look at the sat-nav, the right turn is still 800 yards away, which is quite a distance. Brandon changes lanes too early and prevents vehicles behind from overtaking. One vehicle even uses the left lane to overtake.
Ahead, keep right.
At this right turn, Brandon signals too late.
Turn right.
Now this is the road that Brandon was speeding on during the last mock test. He doesn't make the same mistake this time.
I remember watching, reading the comments on the last mock test video of like people having heart attacks of how quick I went over the speed bumps. So this one's for you guys. I am going a little bit slow because there are kids around and it is quite narrow.
Turn left.
On the approach to this uphill junction, Brandon should have selected first gear slightly sooner, but overall he does well and keeps good control. When building up speed uphill, you should change gears later. Brandon does this well. Here Brandon gets slightly too close to the parked vehicle.
Road, turn right. Then take the second right.
He has to move to the right because of the parked vehicle. After passing the parked vehicle, he should have positioned back to the left, but is still positioned over the centre white line.
Right. Then take the second right.
Just before moving off, he rolls back slightly. Now I'm going to ask Brandon to carry out the parking on the right manoeuvre. He does mess this up. When it's safe to do so, if you could park anywhere safe on the right hand side of the road, please.
Yep.
He parks up well in a good position.
Decided to park here just a little bit in front of the other car so they have space.
Okay. And if you could reverse 2 car lengths, please. But when reversing, he doesn't realise that he's getting too close to the pavement and ends up on it. Even though he messed up the positioning,
His observations were good throughout.
Oh no. I think that's 2 car lamps, and I didn't want to just be in front of that red one either.
And if you could move off when you're ready, please.
Brandon builds up speed well on this dual carriageway. Now Brandon makes the same mistake as he made earlier. The sat-nav instructs to keep right, and again Brandon changes lanes way too early.
Ahead, keep right. After 400 yards, turn right.
Brandon deals with his crossroad well. He even talks us through what he's doing and why.
Turn right.
Just going to edge forward a little bit more so I've got a better view without blocking any cars. You know, this might be one of my quietest videos.
Good.
Don't say it like that.
No, I mean like you're focusing more, you're concentrating more. It's more of a test environment, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't get me wrong, some of the examiners can be quite chatty as well. But they'll only speak when it's like, you know, when you're parked up or waiting at lights and that, yeah? Obviously they don't want to put you off either. Just to let you know, as soon as you do this roundabout, there's another roundabout of which we'll be turning right again.
Okay. Third exit.
On the approach to the first roundabout, Brandon signals too late.
Third exit. You naughty, naughty.
After 80 yards, go right on the roundabout, third exit. Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
Number 1. Number 2.
Here now, this lorry emerges onto the roundabout when it shouldn't have. Brandon reacts well.
3. And you said left?
No, right.
Right, my bad.
It's on the
Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
This roundabout, Brandon does really well. Again, he talks us through what he's doing.
There's number 1. There's number 2. And now we start to move across. 50.
He brings the clutch pedal up too quick and stalls.
And if you could take the first turning on the right.
Yep.
This right turn is on a sharp bend. It's important to position so that you have a clear view of oncoming traffic before you decide to turn. Brandon steers too early and cuts across the other side of the road. As you can see, this road is quite narrow, so Brandon decides to position to the right because there are no oncoming vehicles at first. He was already in a good position and didn't need to go over to the right as much as he did.
Since there's no cars, I'm just going to come a little low. Now I'm going back.
And if you could take the second turning on the right where the white car's just pulled out from.
Yep.
Brandon signals too early. There is another turning before us, so he should have signalled after that. For turning right, we have this safe area in the middle. Brandon should have positioned fully inside this area, but he positions to the left of it. Luckily, we weren't waiting for too long. Otherwise, this could have been marked as a serious fault for obstructing traffic behind.
At the end of the road, turn left please.
At this junction, there is a stop sign. Brandon notices the sign, but still doesn't fully stop at the stop line.
Stop.
Brandon, if you could park up in US safe on the left please.
Yep.
Now we're going to end the test here. Let's find out if Brandon noticed any of these mistakes he made.
Okay, and if you could switch off the engine. That's the end of the test here now.
What's that smile for? I'm scared.
I can tell I'm smiling.
I can see your cheekbones raising and your little eye, what's it called?
Wrinkles.
Yeah, eye wrinkles.
Cheers. Okay, how do you think you got on?
Ooh, I want to say not bad, but there's got to be a serious, at least two serious faults.
Do you remember making any serious faults or no?
Stalling doesn't count. I dealt with a stall quite well, I think. I don't know, and I feel silly for not knowing.
So you think you made a serious stall, but you don't know where?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. But you can't recall making any serious faults. But you still think you made some.
Maybe a speed one. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Cool. Yeah, there were some serious faults there. Yeah. Okay. I'll go through them. Like in general now, obviously your turns and everything.
Mhm.
Everything's good. Your mirrors in general. A couple of times today, you check your mirrors after signalling.
Mhm.
You're on a couple of right turns, yeah. But in general, they're really good. Yeah, you didn't mess with your speed anyway today. Yeah, like you did on your last one. You kept good control as well. But the parts where you did, so twice this happened, yeah. When we were following the sat nav,
Mhm.
yeah, it said keep right.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were on both occasions. We were on a dual carriageway, and he said keep right. Yeah, but then as soon as he said keep right, your reaction was to get into the right hand lane. Yeah, it's asking to keep right because we'll be turning right. Yeah, but how far was the right turn? Did you notice? Remember when
Far sometimes.
Yeah, remember when we did our lesson on the sat nav?
Mhm.
Yeah, and we said it's about the right time to when is the right time to change lanes. Yeah, there he was saying it was like your turn was half a mile away, which is quite a distance.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we said like if you're traveling, let's say 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, about 400 yards is a good time to get into the right lane for your right turn position. Yeah, but you did it way too early. On both occasions, you did it too early, and on both occasions, a vehicle wanted to overtake, but you couldn't overtake because you're in the overtaking lane, and there was a distance to our turn. So, which lane did those vehicles use to overtake?
Left.
Yeah.
Ah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so remember when it says keep right, don't just rush over. Think, okay, when's my turn? Yeah. Do you understand how like 9? You know when we did the distances
Mhm.
on the Saturn, you understand why they're so important. Yeah, and that led you to making 2 serious faults. Okay. So that, and okay, with your maneuver,
Touching
you-
the curb.
so you parked up. So when just touching it, do you feel the car come off?
Yeah.
You're on when you were reversing, you're on the pavement, yeah, and then you steered slightly to the left. You tried to correct it, but you were already on the pavement. In that case, as soon as you know, like in that mirror, if you
Mhm.
couldn't see the curb anymore, yeah, it's best just to go forward with your observations, sweat your position, before you mount it, yeah. But you had mounted the curb.
It's a horrible place to park as well.
It wasn't that busy, was it?
No, it's just on a weird place. Loads of cars everywhere. So even further down, like it was all blocked off. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was an okay place that you pulled up, but you know when you're reversing, that's why. You know when you get your position first, you got to make sure you're nice and straight. Yeah, if you're not, then you got to work out. Okay, I'm getting too close to the curbs. You should have stayed away slightly sooner, but you didn't. Okay, so going on the curb there. What else did I have? Okay, so we did this right turn, and it was on a sharp bend. You know when you stalled. After that, yeah, I said turn right, and with the turn was on an actual bend, yeah, and there was a vehicle coming from around that bend. It's like that grey pickup truck.
Yeah.
So the thing is, the thing that you did wrong there was you just steered too
Right,
early.
yeah.
So say if you're turning right, say into this driveway, say that was a road there, yeah. Okay. You'd look out for if there's any oncoming vehicles, wouldn't you? Yeah. And if there's no oncoming vehicle, you're sure, then you turn. But if it's on a bend, what you should have followed the bend a bit more so you could see around. But you steered onto the other side of the road.
Without fully seeing it.
Without fully seeing it, and there was a vehicle coming. Even if there wasn't a vehicle coming, still, we didn't have the correct view to take that turn. Yeah. Okay. So that was one of the tricky parts that I said a lot of people do mess up on. Okay, so there. And then at the end, you said, stop sign. Yeah? Well, I think you said stop. You saw the stop sign. What does that mean?
Stop.
Did you fully stop?
Very, very nearly. I didn't know if that would actually be a problem or not because I came to an almost stop, but I was looking around as well.
You were looking around. It was safe, but did you stop?
No.
Yes or no?
No. They do me for that. They do me for being extra cautious.
You went extra cautious. You didn't stop. At a stop sign, what must you do?
Stop.
And did you stop?
No. Ah.
And I was like, oh my God, it's not as if like some people don't realize there's a stop sign there. But that's what, again, a lot of people do that at a stop sign. The seat's clear. You did the correct observations. You know it's safe, so you go. But at a stop sign, you must stop, even if it's for a second. That's why like we advise you guys to use a handbrake at a stop sign. So because a lot of people say, oh, I did stop though, and the examiner's like, nah, you didn't stop. If you use the handbrake, you know you've definitely stopped. Yeah, you don't have to use a handbrake. But we advise you guys to use it there when you get to the stop line, okay? And then just double check before you go. Yeah, again, a few faults that could have easily have been avoided. So how much did you get today? Last time was 5.
Today's 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Same as last. Yeah.
I'm a consistent guy.
Consistent with the faults.
What can I say?
Okay, so that's it. Any questions?
No.
Yeah.
Take me home.
But again, like I said, it's a mock test. The whole point of this is to find out where your faults are, so they don't happen again. And this time is all different. Faults. You didn't do like the faults that you made last system. You didn't make the same ones. So hopefully next time these faults will be out as well. Yeah.
How often does this route get taken?
It depends on the examiner. They can take you on any route. Yeah.
This route was tough.
Yeah. There are
Visually, anyway.
You didn't do two. There are 5 serious faults, but again, most of them could have easily been avoided. Yeah. Okay, so on to the next mock test now. Yeah, because we still got about 7 weeks till you test anyway.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. Okay. All right, guys. So like always, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.
Peace.